How Long Gone? It is Chris Black, joined by my illustrious co-host, Jason Stewart. I am mercifully back in money-making Manhattan, just in time for World Cup traffic and Knicks fever and 90-degree weather. It feels good. Summer is here, Jason. I can't wait for you to arrive.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It looks like it's going to rain every day I'm there. Just a little bit, though, and probably at chill times where it doesn't matter. But, congrats on being out. Escape from the Hamptons. I want to know, I've only Hamptonsed one time to play like a real Vampire Weekend-ass music festival. I think my lodging was a yurt, and, stuff like that was happening.
Damn, bro. Talk about hipster music. Don't get me started on yurts.
I know. The foxes were fleeting, and I think maybe MIA or Grimes performed. Who knows what it was? It was a special time, but I remember that experience. Take a train.
Sure.
Drink some alcohol out of like a 7-Eleven cup on the low. Fall asleep on the way back home. Hang out in a yurt. It was a low brow, low dollar sign. Mm-hmm. It was a no dollar sign experience in the Hamptons. I don't think you can do that anymore, can you?
Not from what I saw. But I have a full look. The Hamptons for my, because I've only been there a couple times. Like I've been there off season once, and maybe a couple other times for like photo shoots and shit. I'd never like really been there. It's just, I don't think it's for me. Like it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Everything is fucking really nice, but it really is a gathering of people that I just don't fully understand. And then, during the week it was awesome because there's nobody around. Mm-hmm. So it's a classic. It's a classic. If you go Monday through Thursday, you're at money, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's just like every dork you've ever met with a baby crying in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. Old rich guys. I saw the guy in the gym with the handlebar mustache and the ice stand with Israel red bubble tea. It's just a crazy mix of people because you have to be so rich to really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. That I think there's no separation of rich people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you need a little divider where it's like, all right, these are the cool ones, these are the bad ones, these are the ones that I don't ever want to see again. Mm-hmm. But when you put them all in one place and it's $30 for a bushel of berries, I don't know how that. I just
okay. Well, where have all the cool, rich Jewish people gone? Are they like? When did they stop going to the Hamptons? Like, when did the Hamptons become? No. I'm sure
they're there. I'm sure those people are there. I'm just saying. I think that when you are out at like a bakery, you know what I mean, getting your $12 cortado, and it's like 4 girls in Brandy Melville that look like they want to kill you, getting their third matcha of the day. It's sort of like, I don't know if this is for me. I think a lot of these people are behind their hedges where they belong. I think that's the whole lure of the Hampton. That's what I do think is interesting about it. It's not like a hotel place. It's like a multi-million-dollar house place. Like there's a few hotels, but no one talks it. Like that's not we have
ascended above hotel living.
Yeah,
and this is more secluded, more segregated, more hedge divided.
But you also don't really eat out. There's a few restaurants, like there's a place called Doubles that everybody likes. There's Carissa's that I mentioned. There, whatever. There's but it's more like I went to this place and got a $40 prepackaged lasagna. It's places that, like I told you, they trick you into thinking it's some sort of farm stand. You go inside the doors, it's just Dean DeLuca but less cool. Once you get inside. So it was fine. It was beautiful, and we had great weather, and the pool was great. There's nothing to complain about. I guess I wasn't totally familiar with its game.
Okay, why when you said the group of Brandy Melville teens were looking at you like they wanted to kill you, what style of scowl was it? Like you're a tatted up old guy? What about you?
I think it's anyone. I think it's kind of I think the vibe is sort of like, you suck unless I know you from private school in the Upper East Side. You know what I mean? It's kind of the vibe.
Just anyone who's not someone that they already are friends with or a famous person that they want to hang out with. Anyone else
exactly
is the enemy.
If you can't get them tickets to Olivia Rodrigo, it's on site for you. But I will say there's a very charming, I had been here before, I realized, a place called Provisions, which is like the old health food store in Sag Harbor. That is a that warmed my heart. That would have been a place Jason loved. Full menu, in the back, cafe, smoothies, the whole thing. Full grocery store, full apothecary.
I mean, it better be good if the place is just called Provisions, because how that peeves me down.
Well, it's got an amazing logo spelled out of fruits and vegetables. You would have. I should have gotten you the hat. Actually, it's the logo is unbelievable. Some of the best.
I've had.
I'm sorry.
I've had 90s style health food markets on the brain ever since I was in Utah. We found a great one, and I just love that. I love the camaraderie and the ecosystem of a bunch of people working there. Like, they're all kind of on the fringe of society, but they're holding it together. You got the Maha moms blending in with the queer, blue hairs and everyone in between.
It's true. It's a great equalizer.
Cross section of the world.
We should do a ranking, because I remember going to one in Anchorage, Alaska, that blew my fucking mind. Amazing health food store. Sevenanda, my Atlanta health food store. The one in Palm Springs is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the name of it. But yeah, I mean, those are, you're right, actually. That's a great test of a city. If you hit the local health food store and it's right, it does give you a good feeling.
You want to sort of take a look under the hood of the town freaks, the people who have the colloidal silver on subscription, and they take it a little they have a sea moss ranch.
That yogurt, I don't even know what it's made from. Actually, it's so new. It's so probiotic. I couldn't even tell you if it's from sheep, goat,
it's actually, we've transcended. The yogurt creates itself. It's sort of like a black hole. It's a white hole.
It's a white hole. There's plenty of white holes in the Hamptons.
One of Chris's filters. That one never gets unchecked.
I'm happy to be back though. I felt like I was out because I was just out of town for like 3 weeks. I feel like and to come back on a beautiful day, and the traffic. Honestly, the World Cup traffic, a lot of warnings on the way here. Wasn't that bad. But I did something you would be proud of. First time in my life, I dropped someone off at the airport in New York City.
That's crazy. That's something that you would only do for your
in-laws.
Wife's parents.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. No,
you wouldn't do that for your parents. You got to do that for wife's parents.
Yeah, literally. But it was a pretty seamless.
All right, here's the Uber code, pops. All right, peace.
Saturday afternoon at Terminal B for Air Canada, pretty mellow. I got to say, it was a seamless experience. There was no honking, there was no yelling. It was better than most airport drop-offs I've been on.
As somebody who has never dropped anyone off at JFK, right? That's your first time?
This is LaGuardia, so it's more mellow.
A tri-state airport. This is the first time you've ever driven somebody and dropped them off.
That's right.
This is the first time you've gone to the airport and then not gotten on a plane.
Shit. Actually, yeah.
Did you feel the rush? I feel the rush of the airport life, and then you got to pull out. It's like the plane's about to land and we're getting wobbly. No. Buzzing the tower. I got to go back up.
It did feel also because I had my full luggage with me in the back. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I didn't have luggage with me. So I could have technically, I'll never forget. I've told you this story before. Maybe I haven't told it on the show, but there was a point in my life where when I was managing a band, one of the members of the band got caught having an out of relationship affair, let's say, and to make up for
I love how you're talking right now. It's such a minefield style. There was a incident that
there's an incident, and he went to make up for it. He went to the airport, walked up to the desk, and bought 2 tickets to Disney World on site, which I think I've never done that. I don't know anyone personally except this person that has done that. Like, I've never heard of that. It feels like something from the 80s.
Well, I mean, every Disney adult I know has done some fucked up shit where they got to do that. Like, that's Disney adult.
No, but that's the thing. He wasn't even a Disney.
In case of emergency.
He wasn't even a Disney adult. That's how bad it was. That's how bad he got caught.
Oh, so he got caught with the underage, and he's like, "Damn, she's gonna like Disneyland?"
No. No, I'm saying I think he was like,
I don't know, what do kids like? Oh, Disney World, I'll take 2 tickets.
To make it up to you, I'll take you anywhere you want to go. And I think her choice. This is. I mean,
so he says, "Shorty, I can take you there," and she said, "Orlando, Florida, please."
I honestly, I don't remember.
Wait, from Atlanta to Orlando.
Exactly. So what the airfare
could have gone anywhere, and she took a 48-minute flight from Atlanta to.
Let me take this back. Maybe it was Disneyland. Maybe it was all the way to Orange County. I don't know, but I remember it being. I remember it being one of those because it was so shocking that it was like. We were too young to know. We were too young for these chicks to be like, take me to Saint-Tropez. You got to take me to Turks and Cake. Like, she don't know, bro. Who knows? Who knows that? That chick has got 3 kids right now.
She didn't even know what was like the orange wine scene in Athens at all. Exactly. She fucked up. She said, I know Goofy, Minnie. I know that's my shit.
I've heard Croatia is really busy right now, so I would rather go do the character brunch so I can meet Minnie.
She didn't want to get rent a flat in Ghent. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. But I just thought I think that at one point in my life I want to do that just to see what it feels like just to walk into the airport with a bag and go up to the Delta counter and be like, all right, what are we looking at? Like, show me a power ranking of most popular tickets today, and I'm gonna just pick one and go.
You're gonna go up to the desk, pull up the chart. What chart is that? The power ranking chart of all the flights today.
Yeah. Idiot. Well, speaking of flights, and I don't want to shit on our man Rose too much, but. Ross has been in trouble for flying commercial, which I just want to say for all the people listening that maybe don't have, and not that I have some insane grasp on it, but I have a little bit of a grasp on how much private travel costs. It is flying private is staggeringly expensive, and no matter how rich you are, bordering on stupid, depending on where you're going. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously there's ways around it now, and you fucking I'm hopping on this person's plane. There's multiple seats. There's
good friends at Aero. The solution is here.
You could use Aero, something smart like that. But when you're a rapper, you can't do that. So you have to buy a plane, which is historically one of the stupidest things you can financially. It's worse than a boat. It's unbelievable how stupid it is to buy that plane.
You do not want to deal with the fucking headache of plane ownership.
You don't want to buy a plane. Rick Ross was in the airport. I believe he was in Cartagena.
Well, I say, some people were saying, like real heads know which airport this is. And then, however you would type out the that type of laugh that you do.
Yeah.
So Cartagena, and why would that be? What is the clue? What is the tell of Cartagena Airport?
I don't know. I guess maybe he was looking for a Colombian baddie. I assume, and people were like, he doesn't have an assistant to carry his luggage. I'm like, dude, I think you guys forget that. I mean, I guess with rappers, the optics are so crazy. Like, if that was a guy in a band, it would be sort of like, oh, yeah, he's just on his own. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But because it's Rick Ross, who talks about how much money he has and how he needs, like, 15 guys to mow his grass, he can't be seen with the Kmart luggage rolling through the airport. Right.
And there's no way he would do a Medellin run on commercial. That's too crazy. But
yeah, I think since he was a corrections officer, I do think the cocaine dealing is probably out of the question on this one. But I want to say that Rick Ross's financial situation, none of my business. I'm not a pocket checker, but I think that Rick flying commercial is fiscally responsible, and he's setting a good example for his fans, and I kind of want to stand up for him.
Well, he claims that his plane was in the shop. Are you buying that?
Well, here's what I was going to say, Jason, and I don't buy that.
We're about to hear a truth nuke.
But then there's a website that I've looked at before. My fellow up in the air livers will understand this, called FlightAware, and you can you see the patterns. And someone has gone on their like FlightAware Premium and said that they found his tail number, and it's been sitting in the hangar for a month. So they're saying he couldn't have used it recently. The Starlink thing is an amazing, stupid lie that is so stupid that I think people would believe it. That I don't. How long does it take to put Wi-Fi on a plane?
Chris, you, it's a whole thing. You wouldn't get it, but I don't know. I've obviously all of his excuses, and I was installing Starlink, and that's why the plane's in the shop. Like, it is quite plausible, but also famous rich people, much more famous and rich than Rick Ross, fly commercial all the time. Just for many like sometimes your plane is just not there, and sometimes you just got to get to a place, and that's the only option. And J-Lo flies fucking commercial sometimes.
I don't know how much this would cost, but flying a private plane that far would be unbelievable. Probably have to stop to get fuel because it's not big enough. Like there's no way in which that financially makes sense.
He's got to stop in Cuba, and things aren't going so hot over there. No, you
can't. No, Rick Ross can't be seen. But the him getting flicked up by like guys on like spring break kind of vibe with a hood on and like 3 of the shittiest pieces of luggage you've ever seen. I feel for him because Rick Ross, as funny as he is and how easy he is to make fun of us, he's given us more hits than I would say 99.9% of rappers that are still living.
Yeah, I'm a Rick Ross truther. I'm a Rick Ross supporter. You know, every rapper is basically just playing a wrestling character to begin with, and it really just does boil down to how many great club songs you have created as somebody who does club music, and he's got countless bangers, great features. He does what he needs to do.
And let's not forget, they said he was a cop. It was proven that he was a cop and he survived. That in theory should be the biggest.
That's real Teflon Don behavior.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, so thank you. But you're right. It really, he's living up to his self-proclaimed name. But I hope he figures it out soon and we can get that jet back up in the air. Because I mean, these pilots got to work. You know, the stewardess that's also a prostitute's got to work. So he's taking jobs away from people. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, he wanted to get things up and running, get a little tune up on the unit, get Starlink going, a little, update a few things before summer travel season comes around. It seems like he's right on schedule. I think he's going to be fine. He owns many Wingstop locations, and it seems to be a great business. I'm sure he's got a lot of stock in the company, and
don't forget the Checkers. Don't forget the Checkers locations as well. Don't sleep on Checkers, Jason.
Checkers money's still spinning the same, doesn't it, Chris?
Have you ever been to a Checkers?
No.
Okay, they have a very, very special French fry that I would like to purchase for you and have you sample a few. It really is one of the top underrated fries globally, I would say.
Okay, on the global fry charts, actually, Wingstop is doing bad stock wise.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see here. A year ago, it was $354, peaked at almost 400, and then now we're sitting at 162.
Man,
still solid.
Yeah, I don't like to hear that. I mean, have you eaten at Wingstop before?
Wingstop, buy the dip, blue cheese or ranch. The jug's sitting right there. Sorry, you were saying?
Have you ever had Wingstop?
I don't think I've ever had Wingstop. Maybe when it very, very first, like first 6 months, I remember that one of them opened up, maybe in Costa Mesa.
Dude, Wingstop in Costa Mesa, that's a dark scene.
99, 2001, something like that.
No, it hasn't been around that long.
The restaurant chain was founded in 94 in Garland, Texas.
Really?
Began franchising in 97. Suck my dick from the back, Chris.
I got in one of these arguments with Alex's dad in the car today about football because he said that only 11 minutes of actual football get played every game. I was like, that's crazy. And then he proved me wrong, and he's right.
Yeah, it's true.
That just felt insane. But I mean, he looked it up. He's a classic looker-upper.
They know how to stretch it and make $1 out of 15 cents with that. I mean, same thing with basketball. It's 48 minutes total. And those games are 3-4 hours?
Yeah, at least minimum with all the breaks and shit. For sure.
The last 3 minutes takes 45. It's funny. Carolyn is into watching basketball now. We're sports enjoyers.
Oh, shocker. A girl is into basketball now that it's in the finals and there's one game left and it's a reason to drink and eat. That's so crazy.
No, we're not we're eating really good and healthy. She played basketball like when she was in school, like middle school.
No, bro. Your wife is straight. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
There was a time when they still let straight girls play basketball.
Did you see those pictures of Caitlin Clark, though?
Yeah. Is that shit AI, though?
I don't know, but Caitlin Clark, I know Catlin's listening. The lesbian homie really likes all these WNBA chicks, and I'm like, I don't see it. But Caitlin Clark leaving the Trader Joe's, not bad.
Let me see. I got to pull this up.
It could be fake. But I mean, why would it be? She's an athlete.
No, because I remember seeing it, and she was pogging hard, and it was like something was going on that was different. But
I think for the sake of how long gone, it's real.
She was kind of serving big Addison Rae.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, because she's
not fat.
No, she's probably like 6 feet tall.
Also, Caitlin Clark is 24 years old. Damn.
Just like real basketball, bro. They're young.
Something happened. She got the woody. She's pogged down. Good God. I mean, Let's take a second look.
Good God. Good
There was
God.
somebody else that we were talking about how you got to take a second look at.
Elle Fanning is the one they keep talking about. They keep being like, online, they're like, every year somebody discovers that Elle Fanning is a pog, and then this post goes, it's like the Bo Burnham thing during COVID. It comes up every 6 months, and it gets 1 million likes, and then it just happens again and again and again, and everyone acts like they're seeing it for the first time. It's pretty magical, actually.
Yeah, we're really, once you see a white girl with a fat ass, it's like, you know, we can put that into syndication. It's like Big Bang Theory, The Office, Workaholics, all that shit. Some of the, you know, these Caitlin Clark photos, she's playing ball with the camera, you know, look back at it, look side at it. You know, these are going to go down in the rafters. My grandkids are going to be.
You wonder if she called?
Doing it out to these pics.
You wonder if she called, or you think that a paparazzi would recognize Caitlin Clark at the Gelson's fucking parking lot?
I don't know if it's a Gelson's.
Whatever.
She's carrying a smoothie.
It could be Bristol Farms. I was thinking Bristol Farms, but I don't know where she lives.
I know. Well, listeners right now, call in. Let us know if these photos are definitely not real.
I mean, I think
I'm giving AI.
I'm giving real because it's very plausible. I mean, there's no way she's a professional athlete. It's not like it's so out of the question for her to be in that good a shape, you know?
Period. Okay. Well, speaking of basketball, headline from a couple hours ago, NBA All-Star James Harden arrested with a gun in Houston. You see this?
Yeah, I did see this.
Bro.
But I watched one of those basketball shows on Netflix. James Harden was on it, and he is one of the most boring. He doesn't really know how to talk. It's crazy, but I think he really stays in the strip clubs, and that's sort of his whole thing. So maybe he felt threatened. And felt like he needed protection. I do find it strange that at this point you get caught with a gun.
Well, also in Houston, you are allowed to carry a gun, so he was charged with carrying an unlawful weapon. And I don't exactly know what that means, but maybe he had. Oh, okay. He was caught with a handgun in his vehicle, allegedly, just like in the cup holder instead of holster.
Oh, that's fine. That you have. No, that's fine. Because I always let my gun sit shot. You know, I put it in shotgun. No pun intended. I don't
look. If I'm in Houston, you have to kind of bring a gun. It's like it's a non-negotiable. Especially if somebody can kidnap you and pull 300 mil out of the crypto account. You got to ride around with a little something in there. And I saw a nice tweet. James Harden finally seeing some court time in June. Got his ass.
Got him. I mean, James Harden is one of the best beard fishes, maybe the best beard fish ever. ever. Like if you see him without that beard, you're shocked. It is absolutely staggering what he looks like without the beard.
He is all beard.
All beard. And I'm
because there's an episode of Abbott Elementary where Quinta Brunson dons a fake James Harden style beard. Indistinguishable.
Really?
From James Harden. I mean, my point being,
it's all
like
it takes.
You said, it's all beard.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
It's all that beard. It'll transform anyone, man, woman, and child, into James Harden.
Man, woman, and child. Every next Halloween, we're gonna have full families going as James Harden with their hands behind their back.
The child, James Harden, please stand up.
What is okay? So we were looking at Twitter earlier. I sent you, and obviously on our timeline, it was going crazy for this Morrissey list. It's pretty awesome to do this.
His Mean Girl list.
And I kind of want to do this on howlonggone.com. Just post a list of all your ops.
Do you think it should be updated monthly or quarterly or something like that, though?
Bitch, daily. What the fuck you mean? I make it every day. But the list,
okay, yeah, so Morrissey Central, which I guess is his website. Is it called Morrissey Central? Which is a fun name. And then the post is titled The Malefactors.
But dude, the range on this, like Mitski, sure, of course. But Princess Diana, she's dead, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Aubrey Drake Graham.
That doesn't, dead or alive. Top 10 beefs, dead or alive. Something happened with them, and it makes you wonder.
This can't be real, bro. Fucking Ryan Reynolds. This is so good.
Bro, there's a lot on there that are.
He listed Johnny Marr twice and himself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, listing himself twice, great.
I'm surprised that Ben Shapiro caught a stray here. Is Ross Geller Ross from Friends?
I think it is.
Dude, that's so good. Putting fictional characters on your fucking ops list on your website is so good.
And,
That's so funny.
I'm not 1,000%, but also the Blue album. Do you think that's Weezer?
I would hope so. But the one that sticks out, Mike Mills, friend of the show, Catching Straight, Tam Paul. But I'm most shocked by Alex G, who has given the world so much, seems like a nice, stoic guy. I don't know what on earth Alex G could have done unless he, at some point in his like Tumblr career, like butchered a Smith song as a cover or something.
I got the answer. He won't fuck him. He won't even reply to the DMs.
Oh, you're right.
Because Alex G is batty trade, and Morrissey wants a slice.
The whole country of Canada made it too, which is really good. This is really fucking cool.
Well, that I can understand.
I can too. I'm sure he hasn't been let in before.
I love Canadians, but as a country and a government, it's been tough right now.
This is really funny.
Ronald McDonald, though, that one's sick. But the one that I want to call out the most out of all of them that is bizarre is John Cena.
I mean, I think this list could contain people that have actually committed a personal affront to Morrissey in real life, and also people he just doesn't like the cut of their jib. Which John Cena, I get that. I like John Cena just fine.
But But how does Morrissey even consume enough John Cena to decide whether he likes the cut of his
jib? See, that's
jib?
the thing, Jason. That's the thing. If you're a real hater, you don't need to see much. Let me tell you, bro.
How does John Cena like? I grew up watching wrestling when I was a kid. I don't watch it anymore. I have friends that are into it. I'm loosely tangential. I know enough about.
No, he's not a wrestler.
I've never seen John Cena wrestle.
He's not a wrestler, Jason. He's a movie star. He's definitely seen him in like a movie as an actor for sure.
I don't want Morrissey. Morrissey should die. He shouldn't be old enough to be watching John Cena movies.
I think that do you know how much Morrissey flies, Jason? Sometimes you run out of stuff to do.
Morrissey's like, I'm going to watch Date Night again with...
Dude, Morrissey is an older gay guy. Remember that. I know we think of him as this mythic character, but his taste probably at this point is flailing at best.
So he's got some fucking house boy over and he's like, do you want to watch the new Yellowstone, I guess?
I think that really could be possible.
Okay. I want to know where his line is because, we hold these people up so much as artists, and when you start to see him slip, you know what I mean? When you start to see...
I don't think this is a slip at all. I think this is one of the coolest things he's ever done. I think this is top 5 things Morrissey's ever done besides The Queen is Dead. This is putting a list of people you don't like on your website, naming names. We should all do this. Imagine how many websites I would be on.
Yeah, and I wonder. I mean, I guess the definition of the word is a person who violates the law or commits a crime, a wrong or evil doer. So I feel like each one of these beefs has to be somewhat personal for whatever reason.
I disagree. I think Friends is evil doing. Like Friends as a program is an evil concept.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Maybe, I want to know. This is enough fodder for months of research. Like I want somebody at whatever, Grantland or whatever.
This feels like something for Yossi, honestly. This feels like something for Yossi to really unpack.
Yossi, I want you to go create the huge whiteboard, and we got a photo of Mitski, and she's connected to Mike Mills, and he's connected to Jamie Oliver. I want to put something together, figure out why.
Put something together. Can you just put something together? Take the weekend, put something together, and get with us on Monday.
Also, Edward Cullen, is that?
I believe that's...
is that from the movie?
I believe that's Rob's character from Twilight, I believe.
Twilight, yes. That one makes a little sense.
That does actually. That makes a lot more sense than any other character.
And he's like Edward Cullen from the book, not the movie. It's actually different.
Oh, you thought I watched the movie? No.
Yeah, no. So a lot of them make sense, and then some of them I'm just dying to know.
I would love to see your list. I think my list would be obvious, but I think yours could have some surprises on it.
Oh, it'll have some surprises on it. That's a thing that people should paywall.
Do you just pay $5 a month for an updated list of people you hate? Someone hates?
Maybe more. Maybe because that's really something that you would want to pay for.
Did you? I agree. Did you see this Call Her Daddy story in Vanity Fair that people were talking about for 2 months, then it came out and nothing happens, unfortunately?
I saw it. I did not read it, but basically they were trying to paint her new husband as kind of a
Well, there's this one story where it was like
toxic CEO.
there's one where a woman was like, and then he touched my arm in front of her, and I couldn't believe it. Was just they're really, it's really like, all right, man,
That wouldn't have happened over at Dear Media.
absolutely not.
They could take an arm touch.
They don't let men in there, I don't think, except for the founder.
They let my gay ass in there. That's about it.
I'm saying around certain people, they probably kept you in a different space. You probably had to be you probably had to be in the men's playpen area. You weren't
I was
allowed.
in the breeder bubble.
But I think this is
I had to bring my wedding certificate.
this is a classic case of sort of a like the woman that got famous from talking about fucking baseball players is now a CEO, and we expect her to know how to run a conglomerate and also have good taste in men. It's just sort of like, she's not, this isn't, Alex is not some like businesswoman. She's literally a podcaster who got so popular that she had almost no choice but to do this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like the money is so great.
She's merely an artist. She's not a world builder.
Yeah, I don't expect her to be like an amazing boss and business owner. That just seems misguided. And also, like, yeah, the husband's a dick, but it's not like he yells sometimes. It's just like there's nothing that crazy.
Yeah, but also, whenever these situations arise, I think people just sort of spiritually have bad feelings about people, and they want to sort of validate it, or they want to find out.
Totally.
They want to find that their thoughts, like, this guy's bad news. He's taking advantage of her. Maybe he's emotionally or physically abusive, whatever. Like, they want this stuff to come to light, because it's just even if you don't call her daddy or think it's dumb, it's a bummer to see somebody being taken advantage of by another person.
But I just like, how could you possibly care about this? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't expect entertainers to do more than entertain. Let me put it that way. If your job is to entertain, but we look to you for any sort of other guidance, leadership, opinions, or thought leading, I think that's where the problem. Like if you're listening to Call Her Daddy and you think of her as something more than a voice that entertains you, then it's kind of your problem.
If you work for Unwell Industries, don't be surprised when don't play Unwell games and not expect Unwell prizes. Is that what they say? I saw the two of them on an airplane one time, and I remember.
Okay.
He had controlling energy, I will say.
Yeah, man. Maybe she needs to be controlled, bro. I need to be controlled. So do you. We all do. Everybody needs somebody to be like, don't do that. That's stupid. That's like.
Yeah, but when people see a woman controlling a giant man, they go, "That's right. I know that's right, girlfriend." But then when you see,
of course,
a guy, a larger male controlling a smaller woman in public. Nobody likes to see that unless you're a bad boy.
No, yeah, of course not. But I think that the real issue is that there's too much money. So then you're immediately taking advantage of someone if there's that much money involved. If they didn't have any money, nobody would care.
I think this is all part of
like most things.
This is all part of her overall story arc. She goes from somebody who is most well known for coining the phrase "Gawk Gawk 3000."
I always forget that. Honestly, that's Hall of Fame stuff, and I want to give her credit for that because I always forget that. And I think it's
sort of. I mean, she's known for two things: "Gawk Gawk 3000," which is literally just the sound that you should make when you're, giving a blowjob to a New York Met, or her show is, a show where she does not have a problem platforming people who have maybe been shunned by polite society a little bit, rehabilitating.
Yeah, Kristin Cavallari has been shunned by polite society. I always think
Look, I didn't say everyone. But, she's willing to have bad people on and tell their side of the story, which is a lucrative business as everyone is, super cancel happy. There's always a new reputation that needs to be rehabilitated.
That's true. If you got to give a platform,
and Adam Friedland can't do all of it.
There's only one. There's only one of him. I don't know if you saw this, but there's some more news besides Tom Brady. There's another beverage hitting the market from Generational Baddie.
Forgot about Good Nut.
Generational Baddie from Laguna Beach.
LC?
No, bro. Cavallari.
Okay.
My girl, Nashville's own Kristin Cavallari.
Kristin Cavallari has a beverage.
Oh, you're not up on this, bro?
It's called Fizzin'.
It's called Fizzin', and Jason, it's a protein soda. You're right.
Fizzen.
She's fizzing.
Fizzin protein, sparkling fruit juice with real fruit juice.
So I
have a feeling it's not all real fruit juice.
But what is that even? What can you imagine even what that would taste like? Is that like a La Croix with more flavor? Or is that
I think it's gonna it's a sparkling fruit juice. We got peach mango, orange pineapple, strawberry lemonade, real kind of fastball down the middle. No flavors for brown people. Nothing that's going to confuse all the crackers buying this drink. I think it's going to taste okay. You know, they put enough.
My guess, Chris, it's going to taste all right.
The collagen and the protein, they put just enough in to where, you know, you cross the uncanny valley when you start adding stuff to it, to where the average punter is not going to want to slug it down.
This is what I want to ask about these protein drinks, these sort of, you know, whatever. How much protein can you add to something like this before it affects the taste? Or is it unlimited?
No, it's not. It's definitely not unlimited. I think it's more usually like the protein
consistency.
Yeah, I think I guess I've never really experimented with just like straight up pure protein powder versus like flavored, you know, vanilla or whatever. Yeah. You know, they always have some type of flavor because it affects like the mouthfeel, the chalkiness, the consistency. If you add too much of the powder, it just sort, you know, the center won't hold. But I think for something like this, and also if I'm getting 8 grams of protein from a can of sparkling juice, I feel like that's not even protein that my body is going to be able to, you know, turn into muscle. It's just there.
So you're saying
kind of coincidental, like it's there, but there's nothing. Body can't do nothing with it.
But it says the word that it needs to say for someone to possibly buy it.
Yes, I mean, all this stuff is stupid, but I do like it more as somebody who's not into things that are like too super sweet. I feel like everything is sort of moving away from just blasting you with sugar and super sweet things. And, you know, they're not doing it for any other reason other than people want to see no sugar added on the label, or, you know, only 3 grams of sugar or whatever. So that part is good, but, you know, I don't need to drink my fizzy fruit punch protein. I'm just gonna.
I wonder what's gonna sell better, this or Tom Brady's Good Nut. And is it possible that Kristin has also sampled Tom Brady's Good Nut? That's another. That's another.
Dickory dock. Okay.
Sorry, that's another. That's kind of another issue
you
altogether.
You take the hit, Chris. I get it. I mean, with the Good Nut, it's one of those, like, I don't know anyone who's going to be like, you know, when you see like the wrap snacks and like kids are going to buy like every day, thousands of kids ask their mom to buy them NBA Youngboy wrap snacks. I don't know anyone who's going to ask their mom to buy them Tom Brady coconut water. You know, so it's like you really gotta.
No, when you put it like that, you're kind of right. Like, it's like, mom. Yeah, I would like Tom Brady's coconut water, please. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
So you know, I mean, all that is to say, like, obviously wrap snacks are disgusting, you know, Temu food. I've never tried it before, but I'm assuming it's not a glorious blend of flavors crafted by, you know, our world's culinary greats. It's which is totally fine. I'm down to eat stuff like that, but with the coconut water, there's already, like, the coconut water space is already here. Like, unless you are cheaper and better than Harmless Harvest, there's no reason for anyone to buy your shit, because like we got the expensive good shit, and then you got the like 99 cents a can like cheap shit where you're like, you know, it's fine, and that's kind of it. So unless Tom is going to be able to conquer Harvest Mountain, good freaking luck.
That was the best. So I'm in the Hamptons, and there's, you know, like obviously like a shopping block that's, you know, Loa Piana, Prada, Louis Vuitton, there's a Chanel, there's, you know, everything you can imagine. Violet Grey for beauty, there's an amazing double RL store, blah, blah, blah. You turn one corner, and there's Tom Brady's Card Vault, which is the ugliest store on fucking planet Earth. There's one. I believe there's still one in Lafayette in New York. It's like the worst. It's literally a card shop that looks like sort of like a Transformer logo. And I've just the way the Hamptons is so manicured, and the rules about, I'm sure what you can have in your garden and how tall your fence is, all that shit, to allow Tom Brady to open the eyesore that is Card Vault in the same eye line as Chanel is that's literally a crime. That's literally a taste crime, and he needs to be. It's crazy how ugly it is. Crime. It's so ugly.
This is why we need HOAs or something, right?
Yeah, right. I love HOA. I love rules. I was just stunned.
I think the problem is whoever owns that land, whichever Jewish guy owns that land, their son or their cousin or whatever is into
card lover,
trading cards. That's how the cards stay carding.
But I will say it was busy. I will say it was busy.
Yeah, of course it's busy. There's nothing else to do in the Hamptons once you realize you can't afford the big flap Chanel. Then let's go look at some fucking Pokemons.
No, I think that's the problem. Too many people can't afford the big flap Chanel, so there ain't any left. I think that's the problem. I think that's when you're like, all right, they're sold out. My personal shopper called me. I already got mine, so I'm taking fucking Sammy and his buddy to go blow some money on an Odell Beckham card.
Sammy,
Odell Beckham.
Okay,
card.
What do you think about the Loonen water? Craze going on.
I had a moment with this today. I bought Alex the sparkling this morning.
I had a Loonen moment
at the provision store, and the woman was like, "What's up with this stuff? Have you tried it before?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've tried it before." She's like, "It's good, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good," but I think that the design is purposely ugly, and I think that and I can't remember if this is. I don't know if Sundberg pointed this out or if someone else mentioned it to me, or maybe this was because Dan wrote about it today too, in the New Consumer. But the wide mouth.
Yeah,
like the size of the hole.
They're disrupting the space.
They're disrupting this whole size space. I let
this guy disrupt my space last night.
You're gonna get your space disrupted. No joke. But it's a nice bottle, and I think the wide mouth is much like the who else does the wide mouth? Is it the Nalgene does one? That's
like water bottle companies.
I just don't know of any other. Like I can't think of another. I'm trying to think of when I've experienced a wide mouth because it feels kind of like an early 2000s relic. The shit is good though. It's very good, and it's also I think the real trick is that it's reasonably priced. It's not that expensive. It's not really any different.
It's not that cheap though.
No, but it's the same price as it's literally $4. It's the same price as like a Fiji, but it's smaller. Obviously, a little smaller.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's sort of a decession indicator because moving back into sort of single-use statement branded water is sort of something that hasn't really been going on.
Oh, good point.
Going back to the heyday of Jennifer Aniston with the Smart Water, or everyone had Essentia. Was going loco with the Essentias, and then we went deep in. Everyone had their own brand, and each brand of water bottle that you carried around signified how much money you made and how cool and hip you are. And then it went away with sort of the Nalgene-ification and everyone carrying around the Stanley Babas and all that stuff. And now people are sort of rejecting that and going back into this. And we're anti-plastic because we have so much plastic in our little testicles, and we got to do glass only. The only downside is bad for the gym because you're going to break it and it's going to have
Jason.
I'll
say I think
I've broken a glass water bottle at the gym. It's very embarrassing.
Really? Wow. This bottle feels like it has a high constitution. This bottle feels like
it does.
It feels thick.
I remember I was at Metro Fitness in Gatwater. I had the glass Smart Water where it was like
the limited glass Smart. I remember when you got your hands on these.
It was sort of like hotel only. It was very like you can get like a nice something where you can compete with the glass Voss or whatever the the Aquapana at the table. So it was very like Miami Beach. A glass of, the glass bottle of Smart Water. It looked exactly like the plastic, but it was glass. I used to get them at Mother's Market in Orange County. But anyway, had it up on the dips or something like that and knocked it and just boom, smash on the floor.
Luckily at Metro Fitness, they probably just kind of like left it there for a while. And
they said, don't worry, the dogs will eat the glass. It's fine.
No, the cat will take care of that. We keep them in the back. That's actually
I remember somebody at Loonen sent us what was that, 6 months ago or something like that? They sent us no explanation or anything. It just showed up, a case of still, a case of sparkling, and then it just sat in my fridge, and I popped it when we had guests over, and I was like, water's good. But I think all in all, it is a good recession indicator that things are going well, that we want to have. Actually, when I was in Utah, you saw the table of girlies, and each table of like rich bored housewife had the Stanley, had a Loonen, and had a smoothie.
Whoa!
With them at all times.
Wow. Okay, so what do we think is in the Stanley? Some sort of soda concoction?
I think the Stanley is water with some type of powder in it, whatever it might be, electrolytes, et cetera, some type of yummy powder that make water yummy. Mm-hmm. And then the Loonen is there just as the flex to let the other moms know that,
I got 5 on it. Do you remember Crystal Light?
Yeah, the original Liquid IV.
That was my mom. We had so much Crystal Light in my fucking house, but it's crazy. It's just, that's exactly what this is. It's the same exact thing. It's like, are we really so, and I'm obviously part of the problem, and so are you. I can drink a bottle of water, no problem, and I'm happy when it tastes like water. Period. But when I go to the gym, if I don't have my Magna fucking Arnold Palmer, I'm like annoyed.
Right. You become a pill if you don't have.
I ran out and I didn't like. I texted Taylor and she was like, "Yeah, but I was out of town, so I went with like a week without it." And I was like, I actually miss this. It's fucking annoying. Mm-hmm. I'm part of the problem. I didn't want to. I thought I would be better than that, but I don't think. I
don't think there's anything wrong with it, because we've taken the Crystal Light, which before was just we make it taste like fruit punch instead of water. There's some flavorings and there's some sugar, and you can also get the sugar free, but it was just there. And so it was less virtuous and healthy than just drinking the regular water. So it was more of a crutch, versus now, you have the crutch with, the medicine with the sugar going down. You feel like you're not doing anything wrong. You feel like you're making your body even better, pumping it up with all this delicious magnesium. It makes you energy and sleepy.
Oh, can you beat that, really?
Get you a chemical compound that can do both.
I wonder if this will really, because the other thing I've noticed about Loonen is they don't sell it at Erewhon yet, which is interesting. We can't get the WAN account. I feel like somebody's like, I feel like they're like, we're not going to pay like everybody else or something. And everyone won't bend. You know what I mean? Is my guess. There's some sort of standoff.
But overall, it's good. In a time when everyone is getting addicted to Starbucks refresher, hot pink drinky thingies, and whipped cream, banana foam, matchas, and all this shit, as a status symbol. Going back to straight up cold water that you got to buy, and you got to know they don't sell it everywhere, and it's a little more expensive than the other places. It's a good return to form.
You're right. Actually, it means that it feels like the world is healing in some regard.
The world, and we need a win right now, don't we? But I guess speaking of people who need a win, Keke Palmer spotted at a restaurant with Sean Evans from Hot Ones grabbing dinner together. They have got the bottle of Aguapana on the table.
He's been lusting after her publicly for years, and this is obviously 100% a stunt. Like, there's no way this is like a real date.
Well, stunt, just basically like, we just had dinner Friday night at a nice restaurant as friends.
I think that people like to hear about this because we've been playing these games in public for a year, and I flirted with him when I came on the show, and now I would like a little bit of, I can call the paparazzi, and this is like a thing that'll be cute, and everybody kind of wins.
Okay. But do you feel like,
because it also came out that Keke Palmer lives with her 2 sisters and their kids, so it ain't like Sean's going back to her place.
Keke, step your money up. I bet you Sean has an extra room or something like that. She's doing just fine. But okay, so the joke and the lore or whatever that they're sort of fanning the fire is that he is basically a simp for Keke Palmer. He's had a crush on her for years, and then she came on the show. They had this flirty chemistry. She was playing along. They had a kiss eventually. So I'm saying, if that is all true and correct, is this unfair for Keke to be toying with him and his emotions? Basically, a public cucking friend zone of Sean from Hot Wings, Hot Ones.
I think Sean, from what I know,
are we considering Sean's emotions here?
I always consider Sean's emotions, and from what I understand, I mean, Sean,
from one ball to another,
he's a stick man. He was dating a porn star, for Christ's sake. So I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he can. I feel like he can't get messed with like that, but I also think he's fine to play.
Sean really does look like a porn star when you.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
He is porn star down. God damn. Okay.
But I like the fact.
So because of that, if he's a known fornicator, if he's been able to pound a pro,
he don't need this Keke. He don't need this Keke shit. He's like, yeah, play me, bitch. I got a roster. I got a stable. I don't give a fuck. I'll go on a date with you. I'll get my picture taken. People will like it. It'll get more ratings for my show. And if I get to beat, I get to beat. If not, that's cool too. That's my guess.
So we're saying Big Dick Sean ain't nobody simping over here.
I've never met Sean, but I feel deep in my soul that Sean's a real one.
Get it how you live, Sean. Okay. That being said, we're gonna do a little poly market play. Percentage of chance that he is or he has put his penis inside of Keke Palmer.
Oh man, 40% chance.
Well, that's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Not bad, because I want him to win. I want him to both get the picture and get the pussy. You know what I mean? I want the double. I want the
first you get the picture,
double P.
Then you get the pussy.
That double P.
Yeah. Pee.
But what do you think? What are you looking at?
I was going more in the 15 to 19% range.
Okay.
You're throwing in with action.
I feel like there's a way for us to find this out, honestly. I feel like this isn't that crazy. I feel like I could text a few people and get an answer here, because we got connections to Sean. This ain't like he's behind the wrought iron gates. We
could use our one wish for the genie and ask our friend of a friend, if we could smell Sean from Hot One's finger. Is that our plan?
Oh, wait a second. What's that? What's Keke Palmer on the Scoville scale, if you don't mind me asking, Sean?
Hey.
Got him.
Quite nice.
That is quite nice. I do.
Okay. Our bud, kicking while he's down, Hudson Williams has had a tough one. He was dropped by Peloton. He had a Peloton deal, and they dropped him amidst his high school photo backlash where he, the classic drunk house party thing where people draw stuff all over your face with a Sharpie, and then you take a photo, and one of the things on his face was a swastika, and that's not good for him this week, right?
Not great for him, but I mean, I think that I actually believe that he didn't know, because I bet he was so twisted, and I haven't read anything about it because I want to see him. He was the loser of this whole thing anyway. So it's not like it was going to happen by hook or by crook, but I think this is a little bit like...
No, but like all things considered, if he was the one losing compared to him and Connor's story, the Peloton deal is going to affect the world tour. He was sort of banking on this Peloton deal for his 26, 27.
What did he do for Peloton? Was he like an ad, or was he like...
I guess he was...
did he host a ride? Like, what did he do?
He was an instructor. He did Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What did he do? I didn't... Because this is one of those things where like, oh no, he lost the Peloton deal. I'm like, I don't know if anybody knew he had the Peloton deal. Like, what is the Peloton deal for an actor? That doesn't really make sense.
It's a good... I mean, I'm assuming it was just a person who was in ads.
Yeah, I would assume that too, but it's strange that you or I both hadn't seen one.
Hudson Williams Peloton ad campaign video crosses the 20 million view. Yeah, it's just a video of him just kind of sweaty on a treadmill, and he's doing gay shit. He's walking sideways and forwards.
It's pretty cool.
Side and everything.
I like that they dropped him after the ad had probably already done everything it was going to do. We got 20 million views on this ad at the peak of your fame, and now we're going to drop you publicly to make a statement. Although Peloton's had a tough time. People dying. Remember when Big died on the Peloton? They can't have another one. Like this can't keep happening to them.
It took me a minute. I was like, Big from Robin Big or Big from Sex and the City?
Big from Robin Big has never been on a bicycle in his life, but rest in peace to the god.
Rest in peace to both Bigs. Real quick question involving change. let's say you're going to go to a hotel or you're going to Vegas or whatever, and you want to, get a bunch of fives, tip the door guy, tip the this, tip the that.
Yeah.
In 2026, where do you go? I guess other than walking into a bank teller, where do you go? Turn $100 bill into 25s.
Bodega might do it for you in New York, depending on. I mean, is this
a thing that you have had to?
Yeah, I've definitely done this before. I mean, I've probably done. You know what I bet I've done? I think you can get 10s out of the ATM. So I would get 10s and then break those down. I mean, if you're at a hotel, usually the front desk or the valet can break it down for you and is happy to. But
I mean that's why I'm asking in 2026, because they kind of don't do it anymore.
They've done that for me in the last like 6 months.
Okay,
for sure.
Well,
but it's not every hotel.
It's not a thing that happens. I mean, even at like, what was that, at a Four Seasons or something? They're like, we don't do that anymore. Or maybe it was, I don't remember. Yeah, it was something along those lines.
Any hotel, I feel like any hotel with a valet, there's cash on hand somewhere. But you're right. I mean, I'm sure they're trying not to do it. I would say if you're in LA, if you go into a gas station with 10s, I feel like they'll break them down for you. But you can't. 100 is going to be tough.
What if I got 20s?
20s they might do it, but they might only do a couple. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They might give you like 2 10s and 4 5s, but they're not going to give you $100 worth.
Yeah, as we slowly continue the transition into a cashless society, this is affecting our nation's tippers.
I just tipped somebody,
as well as our nation's tip receivers.
I tipped the guy at the garage where I picked up the M5.
Talking to you, Keke.
I tipped him, and man, I've gotten cars from him a lot. It's the same guy, and I always tip him the same. And the level of service and just the attitude is so much better that I'm like, this is an investment in my well-being. Like, this is worth every penny. Mm-hmm. This guy sits in a dark garage all day. I can peel off a 20 and we're going to have a chat. It's worth every penny. It's an investment for all of us. Mm-hmm. I went to a hotel in Atlanta and I tried to I tried to pay the valet and they're like, it's cashless. I was literally like, are you kidding? Like, why would you have this job? The whole point of being a valet is that you get to steal money. That's the whole point of that job.
That was the whole point of the job.
But it felt wrong to I know it's common in LA, but like, I hate valet is a cash business, and that should be maybe the last thing that falls.
But everyone is using AI technology to cut down our profit and loss, and human beings and cash are an imperfect system, and it's only a matter of time. And like you said, being a valet, the whole point was, you get your hourly plus.
What's better than being
plus tips plus stolen?
You kidding me? Being like a hot 21-year-old at the fucking Ritz-Carlton Laguna? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding? Your fucking moms. You're pocketing $200 a day. Like, life is like your tan. That's a great job.
Nice little benzo.
Exactly.
Nice little benzo under that.
Yeah,
seat.
exactly. Oh, bro. The amount of guys I told you, all my friends had the racket at a hospital. They were finding all kinds of pills in the car. There's so much you dig for.
At the hospital, mamma mia.
That's the gold mine. Before we go, we should talk about Zoran and these shorts, because he built like Bad Baby from below, from the waist down. He said, he's Whoa Vicky doing a poetry reading in those shorts. I think that when you sign up for the job of mayor, no matter how young you are, no matter what you like to do, you can only be photographed in a suit. That is just the reality. You can only be photographed in a suit. And I know all the Zoran lovers out there are going to bend over backwards to make this okay. And there's no way you can make this okay. Even if you're playing soccer, put on the 7-inch shorts. Do you know what I mean? The 3.5-inch ain't for the mayor. Mm-hmm. It ain't for them.
There's a way to make that look okay. And he did not do it. He went kind of like, I'm trying to think what mode he went. It's like he has like a Wes Anderson swag to him.
I wish,
and I think that
I wish that was what was going on here.
Just in the like the millennial twee, like I'm gonna wear my sports uniform, but it's sort of like camp counselor-y energy.
Yeah, that's true.
What I mean, versus like I'm gonna wear a proper kit that people wear nowadays.
People having a hard on for him, like making affordable jerseys that they don't need. I'm like, dude, you don't need a fucking jersey. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Like, that's absolutely meaningless to make. I don't understand the excitement behind that, but put on some 7-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch, whatever you got to do.
Actually, is that his sorry for interrupting, is that his first example of socialism at work? He made a football kit for everyone, government mandated.
Yeah, I don't even I saw people talking about it and then people getting mad they couldn't get one. I'm like, there's no anything that people will wait in line for. There's no way to win. It's going to end badly for you. Somebody's going to be mad they have to pay $500 in eBay.
Is him, showing a little leg, dressing a little too casually on the job as a person in governance, is this like the reverse Fetterman? Like Fetterman will always wear something too casual on top.
Yeah.
Like he'll wear some pants.
Yeah, kind of.
And shoes like a man, but then up top he's got the fucking Dickies work shirt or the Walmart Carhartt fucking hoodie or whatever. And then Zoe down below, he's got his little fucking Azalea Banks legs poking out.
This is also the face he's making. It just feels something about it. Like if you're going to wear shorts like that, you got to look hard. You know what I mean? You can't be smiling.
He looks like he's about to bottom for Sean from Hot Ones.
It does look like that a little bit. Wait, hold on. I'm zooming out.
Camp Anawana trade.
He's wearing, the shoes aren't bad. Socks are bad. I mean, whatever, man. He can have this one. He's got rings on.
What's gayer? Dressing like Zoran or dissecting his look?
How long gone? Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week with some more podcasts from the Big Apple.
Oh, yeah. Me go to New York tomorrow.
We appreciate you. Website is howlonggone.com. Follow Jason Stewart at @themjeans on Instagram.
Pray for Wemby tonight.
They're bringing the AKs out, the Switches out. No Nintendo in San Antonio. All right.
Bye.